Me and this man, I learned something the other day. Myself and Brother Barry, there was a time when we were at loggerheads. We didn't really see eye to eye. There was like something there, man. Because of circumstances, not necessarily of our own creation. And I was thinking about it the other day. Before I made a telephone call to you to tell you something. And yeah, I was talking to you about that, yeah. Shall I explain what I was talking to him about?
If you want to.
If I want to.
Go ahead, brother.
What is it that they say to young people?
It's long.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, always long.
Yeah,
long.
if you whatever. Look, family. I came to this conclusion the other day. I thought, wow, maybe it's actually better sometimes if we start off not liking one another. Maybe that's better, and then we learn. You know, Allah says, I made you into tribes and families.
That's right, come on.
That you may know one another. See, you got to get to know. See, there's a lot of fake stuff that goes on in this world. Love at first sight. Shut up. Shut up. You got to get to know somebody before you can truly love them.
Come on.
And some of us are just far too surface. Warn your children. This nonsense looking at, you know, now they got white boys singing.
Teach. Teach.
What's his name? James Arthur. No. He sings very well. He's got a nice voice. But you'd be surprised how many girls now. Ed Sheeran as well. Ugly like sin. I don't want to look. It's not the day for that. It's not the day for that. My point is that you got to be careful because they got our children as surface dwellers.
Go ahead.
Looking at these people now, and next week they're falling in love because the person's got a nice voice. We got to teach to go deeper. We've got to get to know the character, the nature of people, who they are, before we genuinely fall in love. I'm in love with this brother now. I'm in love with Muslims. I got into trouble, brother, because I said to an official in the Nation of Islam that I love black people. And he was trying to beat the hell out of me, brother. So you can't love all black people. You can't, you know. And for a moment he had me a little bit rocky, but I came back. I love black people.
That's right.
I don't care.
That's right.
Not because of what I see, but because of what I've been taught.
That's right.
About who we are and our nature and our character. Master P.O.W.E.R Muhammad is a very, very special human being.
Very special.
The love that you feel in this room doesn't come out of osmosis. It's a love that's literally coming from the creator of the heavens and the earth.
That's right.
Master P.O.W.E.R Muhammad is a human being whose mind is 100% in tune with the Creator's mind. The mind of God that created a universe that had a fault in it, a wobble in the earth, a fault in the human character. That originator, he determined that down the length of time, his universe, the character of the human being patterned after him would be perfected. And he said, kun fayakun, be and it is. He wrote history in advance. He saw the end of this reality where everything becomes perfected. And the perfection would come via a man. And that man, his name is Master P.O.W.E.R Muhammad. Master P.O.W.E.R Muhammad, beloved, you know, just a couple of things, because Barry said so much about him already in truth. And you should all be, there's a book called A True History of Master P.O.W.E.R Muhammad. You should read that book. Very important. You got to get to know the God. Because the God is not a spook, he's a man. But he's a very special man. Imagine There is a man on the planet. He also travels in a vehicle. The vehicle is the most superior vehicle known to man. But he's a man on earth, and guess what? He is the wisest human being on the planet. You know, you can meet a lot of smart people, and there are a lot of very smart people. But there's a man who stands head and shoulders beyond any other human being who lives.
Right.
And his name is Master Farad Muhammad. He's wise beyond. He has memorized history going back 150,000 years. He is so wise that he was able to study the birds until he understood their language. Because the anthropologist and the nature, what are they called? The
Nature.
No, they're not nature. Those are not.
Those are new ones.
They ain't got no clothes on, brother. The people who study the natural world, they know that the animals speak to one another. They know that the birds do, but they don't understand the language. Master Farad Muhammad understands the language. Master Farad Muhammad understands the human being so well that he could fashion a program to raise a dead human being back to life. Because what was done to us over 400 years was to kill us totally. Henry Berry, who was a US senator, boasted in the House of Representatives, saying that we have cut off every avenue of light to the mind of the Negro. Light represents knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They were boasting that they'd cut that off. So now they've left nothing but pure, black, dark ignorance. Darkness. You walk into a room where there's no light and you're feeling around. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know where you're going. You don't know what's in front of you, what's behind you, what's beside you. That's the condition they left black people in. That's what Master Farad Muhammad had to come to fix. And look at us. See, I'm sure you wouldn't get into an argument with me if I told you that an architect designed this building. I'm sure you wouldn't get into an argument with me if I told you that once upon a time there were some builders building this building. The fact that you can't see the architect or you can't see the builders don't mean that they were never here. The fact that the building is here, the fact that you now see this man standing here with WFM on his chest, this star and crescent on the shoulder, proves to you that Master Farad Muhammad has done a tremendous job. Praise be to Allah. Because before we knew him, before we met the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, my God, Brother Barry, what the hell were we doing?
They wouldn't want to see me, brother.
Me and my wife, we look at each other regularly and we say, thank God that Allah came. Honest to God. And so, believers, I'm appealing to you. By the way, you know, we were studying West African civilizations one time in WYLA, and we were looking at Mansa Musa, who was this great African king who is reputed to have been the richest human being on planet Earth. And Mansa Musa, he made Bill Gates millions. If you were to compare what he had in that day to what Bill Gates has today or Warren Buffett has today, he made them look like children in terms of what they call wealth. Because, by the way, most of their wealth is paper. It ain't worth a damn. Mansa Musa's wealth was gold. And this man was awesomely rich. But guess what? Master Farad Muhammad was richer than Mansa Musa. I want you to understand this. We're not talking about no poor God.
Come on.
Go ahead.
This is a man who amassed billions in gold. It cost billions to build the mothership in 1929. Understand this. And if you were to calculate what he paid to build the mothership in 1929 in 2017 money, oh my God.
Trillion.
Now you're running into the trillions now. So understand the kind of man that we're talking about. And you got to be bold when you talk about this man.
That's right.
You don't back down from anybody when you talk about Master Farad Muhammad. And you bring to the people the love of Master Farad Muhammad. He went into the black people's homes. And he was so in love with them, he walked straight into their medicine cabinets. Walked straight into their bathrooms and looked at all the medicines, took them out, dashed them in the bin. That's how confident he was. I'm not suggesting you do that. Don't be taking your mum's medication. Yeah, you know you will be killed. Yeah, and we got to be gentle again with our people, kind of coax them and guide them to coming off of a lot of these things, because these things are not good for us. But Master Farad Muhammad, he was so beautiful that in 1 year, brother, it was 1 year, Brother Barry, he knocked on and collected together 25,000 believers. Imagine that. What a worker. What a worker. Listen to Master Farad Muhammad's language. He said, I will climb a mountain 40 miles high just to teach one of these.